Hari Om. Purusham Tamaham bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Tamaham bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Tamaham bhajami Enam kanvandam aravindanalaya taksham Bhagavatam samasitam Buddha sundarangam Kandar Bhagom Vidamaniya Vishesha Shobha Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami Angani yasa sakalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Jiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham bhajami
जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय गौरनिताई जय गौरनिताई जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जगतगुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा बंदमो सावधान मते बंदमो सावधान मते जहार प्रसादे भाई ए भवत रे आजाए जहार प्रसादे भाई ए भवत रे आजाए कृष्ण प्राप्ते हाय जहा होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ते हाय जहा होइते गुरुमुख पद्म वाक्य चित्ते तेक रे आयत्क गुरुमुख पद्म वाक्य चित्ते तेक रे आयत्क করিহ মনে আশা আর না করিহ মনে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণের তে এই সেয়ু তম গতি শ্রী গুরু চরণের তে এই সেয়ু তম গতি আজে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা যে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা চক্ষু দান দিল যেই জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সেই চক্ষু দান দিল যেই জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সেই দিব্য জ্ঞান হৃদে প্রকাশিত দিব্য জ্ঞান হৃদে প্রকাশিত প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হইতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ যাতে প্রেম ভক্তি যাহা হইতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশ যাতে বেদে গাই যাহার চরিতা বেদে গাই যাহার চরিতা শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অদম জানার বন্ধু শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জানার বন্ধু শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু অধম জানার বন্ধু লোকনাথ লোকের জীবনা লোকনাথ লোকের জীবনা ও আহা প্রভু কর দয়া দেখো মোরে পদ ছায়া আহা প্রভু কর দয়া দেখো মোরে পদ ছায়া আয়া প্রভু কর দয়া দেখো মোরে পদ ছায়া আয়ে বেজাজ ঘোষক্রে ভুবনা আয়ে বেজাজ ঘোষক্রে ভুবনা প্রভুপাদ পতিত পাবনা প্রভুপাদ পতিত পাবনা জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Sila Prabhupada ke. Prabhupada Guru Puja ke. Namaya Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Shamite Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Prachatta Deshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Bhakta Vrinda. Gaur Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जमुना तेरा वनचारी यमुना तेरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा राम 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय राधा जय कृष्णा बलराम कृष्णा बलराम कृष्णा बलराम जय कृष्णा बलराम जय कृष्णा जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। I welcome all of you for this Srimad Bhagavatam class. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 62, verse number 11 today. So all of you can see something here. So I will be using this as a whiteboard to explain something regarding the topic today. Should I make it bigger? Okay, let's use the technology. Better now? Okay. Yes. Perfect. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So the text goes like that. Satatratam pashyanti kavasi kanteti vadini sakhina madhya uttastho Vihvalya viridita brisham Satatratam pashyanti Kavasi kanteti vadini Sakhina madhya uttastho Vihvala vridita brishama Satatratam pashyanti Kavasi kanteti vadini Sakhina madhya uttastho Vihvala viridita brisham Vihvala viridita visham. Someone like to recite? Tatatratam pashyanti Vasi kanteti vadini Sakhina madhya uttastho Satatratam pashyanti Kasi kanteti vadini Sakhina madhya uttastho Viridita vrisham Mataji Satatratam Kasi kanteti vadini Sakhina madhya uttasto Vihvala vridita brisham. Word to word meaning. Sa si tatra. Okay. Just have some compromise. Tam him apashyanti not seeing. Kava where. Asi are you. Kanta my lover. Iti thus. Vadini speaking. Sakhina of her girlfriends. Madhe in the midst. Uttastho arouse. Vihavala disturbed. Vridita embarrassed. Brisham greatly. Translation. Losing sight of him in her dream, Usha suddenly sat up in the midst of her girlfriends, crying out, "Where are you, my lover?" She was greatly disturbed and embarrassed. Purport by the followers of His Divine Grace, Abhaycharan Arvind Bhakti-yoga Swami Srila Prabhupada. Coming to her senses and remembering that she was surrounded by her girlfriends, Usha was naturally very embarrassed to have cried out in that way. At the same time, she was disturbed by the attachment to the beloved man who had appeared in her dream. So this is our text 11. Om Agyanti Mirandhasya Gyananjana Shilakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyaham Shri Guru Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubheshya Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Nama Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshitarine. Thank you very much for coming today. So we are discussing this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is more or less very not common in our society. Means you will find Aniruddha in the quarters of Usha. So it's you can say the romantic pastime which are happening in Srimad Bhagavatam in this 10th canto. Just like 9th canto, it talks about all the spiritual scandals. Similarly, but Bhagavatam 10th canto then turn out to be the Ashraya, one of the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, Ashraya. So this section, first 40 chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto talks about Krishna when he was here in Vrindavan. Then 40 onwards, some chapters talks about when he was in Mathura. Then this section basically is talking about when Krishna has a pastime in Ayodhya, in Dwarka. So the pastime are happening in Dwarka actually. So these are the Leelas. And then now Bhagavatam is diving deep in one of the, you can say, penetrating the descendants now, the son. Aniruddha is a son of Krishna. True or false? False. Is a son of Pradyumna. And Pradyumna is a son of Krishna. The same thing comes when the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu comes. So Karnodakshaya Vishnu expands from Sankarshana, and then same or you can say Vasudeva also at one point of time. But the Pradyumna is the son of Krishna. So it's the same, Mahavishnu expands himself into Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So he is the Pradyumna. And Aniruddha is Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So basically we are talking about Shirodakshaya Vishnu here. But today I thought of discussing this topic from a different point of view, from how Srila Rupa Goswami or Srila Prabhupada in Nectar of Devotion explains these emotions. So yesterday it was Srila Rupa Goswami disappearance day. So I was reading some section over there. So I found like maybe we can dwell on that topic in that way. And I believe if you will analyze these pastimes from the point of view of Srila Rupa Goswami or Srila Prabhupada, which he mentions in Nectar of Devotion, Sadran Ocean, then you will taste it more. I will try to give more examples and analytical bit study. And by the end of our discussion, you will be able to at least get a glimpse why Srila Rupa Goswami was coined with the word Rasacharya, why he is known as Rasacharya, why he is known as the Abhideya Acharya. Not just Abhideya Acharya. In fact, in reality, Srila Rupa Goswami is actually Acharya of Sambandh also and Prayojan also. How? By the writings. Srila Rupa Goswami wrote Laghu Bhagavatam Ritam, which describes the tattva of Dham and Krishna. But he wrote literature like Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, which talks about the process, what we are doing basically every day. So that establishes him as a Abhideya Acharya. And then later on, he described very deep confidential pastime in Vidagd Madhav, Ujjwal Nilmani, and a lot of other literatures, which talks about the prayojan. So that's why we came in that line, and Srila Prabhupada understood that mood, which even Rupa Goswami understood the mood of Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's how we came into the line of this parampara. And that's the meaning of parampara, in fact. Like when you take up the mood of other person, that's the meaning of association. When you deal with that person and by the end of that discussion or that meeting, you grab that desire. So, give me some more time to establish this. I don't know why it got down. All right, let's try to make it. So let me know if you are able to see it clearly. Is it visible? Coming? Yes. So Srila Prabhupada summarizes the work of Srila Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in Nectar of Devotion. So he gives a kind of a summary. So what I'm trying to do here is the same summary to dissect it so that we can understand this embarrassment of Usha. So this is the emotion which every woman can face, or even in man also we will have some emotions. We as a living entity, as a Jivatma, are conscious and are filled with emotions. Few years back, scientists, they published one magazine in 2015 that 125 questions which science could not solve. And the first question was, from where this universe came, and the second question was, from where emotion comes. And the greatness of our acharyas is that they have explained that work very nicely, that what is the emotion and from where our emotion comes. I hope everyone experience emotion, like if someone glorify you, you feel happy, and if someone hurt us, blaspheme us or criticize us, we feel bad, and we become morose, we become blossom. So we have a different shades of emotion in our daily life also. When we wake up, what kind of emotions we carry. When we sleep, what kind of emotion we carry. If we minutely analyze ourselves, we are filled with, or maybe the emotions are flowing us in our day-to-day life. And that's the whole process of Krishna consciousness, then when we dovetail all our emotions towards Radha Krishna. Then the emotions which we are suffering for ourselves, we dovetail, we shift, we move the focus, we move the camera towards someone else, someone higher in the life, not ourselves. And that's the cause of the distress of the jiva, when the jiva just thinks about one's own emotion, not analyzing or not shifting or dovetailing this emotion towards Krishna. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Nectar of Devotion had 4 divisions. The first one is Eastern, and then this is the Western and Northern, very simple to understand. And then this is Southern. Forgive me for my... Sorry? Ooh. This is called material world, reflection of the spiritual world. Now let's see. Oh, earlier I designed this graph, that's why it was coming right. Now it's okay, still we can't. Okay, Eastern. Okay, good. So Eastern Ocean, the part of the ocean. So the book name is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So that means there is an ocean. And if there is an ocean, there must be some corner. So corner means, okay, eastern side. And in that eastern side, Rupa Goswami mentioned different waves. The chapter are known as waves. So generally we study this section in the first 19 chapters. That yes, we studied about sadhana bhakti, okay, little more about raganuga bhakti, then something about bhava bhakti, and one chapter about prema bhakti. But today we will dive to the Southern Ocean. So Rupa Goswami mentioned about Southern Ocean to the next chapter. next ocean. The first ocean is our Eastern Ocean, and then this is the Southern Ocean. And the topic which he mentions in this, he established basically the rasa. The definition of rasa. What exactly is rasa? Generally we think that rasa means our eternal relationship with the Lord. But that's not true. That is rati. Rasa is something different. And he spent all his Southern Ocean on explaining this topic. What is rasa? Now I'm just summarizing here. So it's a composition of 5 things. It is a mixture of 5 things. What are they? Vibhav. First one is Vibhav. Second one is Anubhav. Third one is Sthai Bhav. Yes, Sthai Bhav is last one. They are not in an order, by the way, but just to make it simpler. Then comes Satvik Bhav, or maybe you have heard Asht Satvik Bhav. Like the tears, the hair standing on end. So we'll try to explain it, what exactly it is. So Satvik Bhav. And then there are 33 types of Vaibhachari Bhav. So that Vaibhachari word is different from the word we generally understand. So that is not Vaibhachari. So the word is same, devotees. So that is Vaibhachari Bhav. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So that is Vaibhachari Bhav. So there are 33 types. Okay, let's try to make it more complex if you are not lost with me. So there are Vibhav. So basic definition of Vibhav is, let's try to understand with simple example. Like a mother has a child, mother has a love for a child. But if the child is not maybe in front of her, that emotion of love will be in the background. But the love is there. So Vibhav means that something which triggers the love of a mother towards the child. Like if the child comes in front of the mother and child smiles, child may cry also. But if the mother looks at the child, immediately the emotion of love will flow in her heart. This is known as Vibhav, means something which triggers, which gives you remembrance. Now let's shift this example towards now Krishna. Whenever we see something related to Krishna, we develop, or our love for Krishna comes in front of our consciousness. It's there. Love for Krishna is already there, but it's not on the surface. So you need something which can bring your love on the surface of your consciousness. For example, whenever we have a darshan, or whenever someone in the pastime of the Krishna Lila, they hear flute, or they saw peacock, or if you see happen to a cow, that will immediately give you remembrance of Krishna. So that love is already there. So when Srila Rupa Goswami or Srila Prabhupada explains in this Nectar of Devotion, Southern Ocean, they are assuming that they are talking about the pastime of the spiritual world, or Bhom Lila. But the interesting fact about this is, when he explained all these things, the whole system or mechanism is valid even for the normal condition, our living entity, day-to-day activities of relationship also. Like here example is given of a mother, which I am talking, this is a normal example of the middle world. And even for our normal dealings also, whomever we love, so that same kind of emotion can come if you see the belongings of that person. Just imagine, you love someone, or you have a friendship with someone, or some of your relative, and if you happen to see their belongings, for example, maybe their car, maybe their clothes, maybe their mobile phone, that immediately gives you remembrance of that person. That is known as Vibhav devotees. That is the first step in the rasa, in the composition of rasa. Just for example, if you are cooking some dal makhni, you are putting some ingredients. So this is the first ingredient in that rasa. And then later on, we will see how that full khichdi pick up. Now Vibhav also have two categories. One is Alamban and other is Udipan. Generally we hear these words, Alamban and Udipan. I'm just writing short here. Udipan means very passive, very active, very strong element which can remind you of immediately Krishna. Alamban is very soft. So there can be like when you see maybe cow, you may not remember Krishna immediately, but when you see maybe deity form of Krishna, then immediately love can come on very fast way, very aggressive way. So these are the two categories, Alamban and Udipan. Like we have Prabhuji Shri. So if he happens to see anything about Prabhupada, so then immediately it gives you remembrance and love for the Prabhupada. That's called Udipan, that anything which is created immediately it's doing it. So that means this is trigger of the love. Love is already there of Prabhupada, but maybe sometimes it's not there, it's there on the surface, but this is the Vibhav. Now let's go to the more interesting part, Anubhav. And now here you will maybe love it more. So Anubhav has again, the definition of Anubhav is that now you felt love for that person, then voluntarily you will do some expression of love. Just like mother saw the child, mother may embrace the child now. If the mother saw the child, mother will embrace the child. And then, or maybe she may give milk or some care, maybe bathe the child or something. Some activity will happen. Similarly, devotees, Anubhav means when you voluntarily do some service to that person. Now let's try to understand by another spiritual example. When we see deity form of the Lord or Krishna in the spiritual world, when the Parshad or all the residents or all the friends of Krishna, they saw Krishna, they do something. And now here what we do, these have been also in the two categories. Like one category is like when you move your body very slightly. Example, singing. You saw the Lord, you developed the love, or the love came in front of you, then out of affection you start singing for the Lord. In our conditioned state we sing because of the rules and regulation, or maybe some other motivation. But in genuine love, whenever you will see Lordships, automatically you will start singing His glories, or maybe you will start chanting His name, and then it will come on the surface. So that is called first category, when you move your body very less. But there is another category, when you move your body or you exert your body very, maybe more hard work. Example, dancing. So these are the emotions or reflection of the on the body now. Whenever the love has come, so maybe singing, So when we sing, so that is less exertion somewhere, but dancing is you really get into that type. Or maybe if you have heard in some of the esoteric classes, like rolling on the ground, or all these kind of symptoms, they come in this category, dancing, rolling on the ground and other stuff. So there is a whole Srila Prabhupada mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, in the Southern Ocean part, whole list of actually these kind of activities. The voluntarily expression, which will come out when you will feel, when you will have the love for Krishna again. Okay, now let's move to the third category, third ingredient of our dal makhni of rasa. What exactly is rasa? So Asht Satvik Vikar. So generally we hear about that, Asht Satvik Vikar. Why this word Satvik is used here? Srila Prabhupada Rupa Goswami explained this, because they are Shuddha Sattva. These emotions, they come from the transcendence actually. You cannot produce it normally. They are when the Suddha Sattva descend, when the Chitta is clear, when the Jiva's Chit, which is contaminated right now, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained, Cheto Darpan Marjanam, when Chitta got cleared, then the Jiva can access the Suddha Sattva. And that's the reason actually our Acharyas, including present Acharyas also, they didn't sleep much, because the Chitta is cleared now. So they can access the whole transcendence actually. That's the mechanism behind why they were not able, why they do not sleep actually for more than maybe 2-3 hours. There is a science behind it. There is a whole, like why the Mahatattva and all this thing. I'll not go into that, but here we will focus about the Ast Sattvic Vikar. And amazingly, you will be amazed to hear that how this Ast Sattvic Vikar actually form, and it's a science. Prabhupada mentioned that when the life air, prana, we have a prana, and that mixes with the 5 elements of the body. What are they? First, earth, water, fire, air, ether. When prana, when you feel high conscious or very deep emotion towards Krishna, when that emotion arises, then prana got mixed with the earth and it becomes stamb. When we say, okay, Ashtatva is stamb, amazed, like you stay, what happened? Example, Prabhupada gave. When Srimati Radharani, sometimes she make a garland for Krishna and she happened to hear about flute of Krishna and then she becomes stunned. What happened? She just became like fixed up. Okay, if this is pretty difficult, maybe this example, next one will be easy. When prana mixed with water, that become tears. That become tears. When we feel emotions, that time prana get mixed with the water and then it comes out of as a tear, as an emotion actually. And when the fire, when it mixed with the fire, then there are 2-3 things happen. I'm just explaining here. Our flattering of voice. Even you can see in our day-to-day activity, when we feel angry on our relatives, on our friendship, the voice start become flattering. You want to speak much, but the voice is flattering. What is happening that time? Actually, the prana is getting mixed with the fire, but that is totally material emotions. But the same emotions, when the prana get mixed with the life air for Krishna, then Jiva or the living entity struggles to speak to Krishna. The flattering of the voice. An example you remember when in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela, that when someone was trembling. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was in the Gambhira, when he was about to chant Jag 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 Jag, Jagannath name. He can't pronounce fully Jagannath name. So he just chanted Jag 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 like this. So this is a science of devotees actually. What I am trying to explain here, the Ante Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita, one way of understanding or one level of understanding this is, okay, we read the story. We felt something good. But another thing is what our acharyas wanted to give us to decode it nicely so that we can appreciate what was happening actually, what happened and how we ourselves can also experience in future. And when the air mixed with the life air, that comes into the hair standing of the end actually. Generally we hear hair standing on the end, but what exactly is happening when the life air mixed with the... And when the prana mixed with the ether, that's called devastation. And sometimes it leads to death also. And that is the explanation of a death of a pure devotee actually. Pure devotee don't die, but what happens is that when the prana get mixed with the ether actually, that time it's a devastation. They just can't remain in that body. That is the perfect explanation. Death doesn't mean that, okay, the life got over. Yes, it's externally, but what was happening internally is something different. So this is called devastation. Now, here is a very important point to remove the sahajiyapan and the real practice of bhakti. Now, devotees, what is the difference between anubhav and sattvic bhav? Anubhav are the voluntarily actions which you can do. Like I can sing or not sing. I can dance or not dance. But the system with the Asht Sattvic Vikar, they are involuntarily actually. You cannot produce them artificially. You cannot make it a show of it. And that was the issue during the time of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that people start exhibiting this emotion artificially. Maybe putting some chili around their eyes, maybe some exhibiting some different rolling on the ground, and all these things they start exhibiting artificially. And here brought the whole tradition of Sajiapan. And that was the reason when during, means I'm not going here in detail of Sattvic, there are some categories as well. When Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Srila Prabhupada, they shifted to the continuous ecstasy in the terms of doing service actually. Not just exhibiting these emotions. There are three categories into that. Or you can say that the three types of Mahabhagavat. So one category of the Mahabhagavat is that they realize their Swarupa. They know who they are. And they can tell others also. Second category of the Mahabhagavat is, they may not know their Swarupa, they may be engaged continuously in the service, and they are free from the three modes of material natures. And the third category of Mahabhagavat is, sometimes maybe the material nature disturb them into their three modes of material nature, and they maybe seem to be angry, but they never leave the lotus feet of Krishna. They are Ananya Bhaktas. So Srila Prabhupada explains this concept, like all of these three, they will go back to God actually. So it's not only just because of these symptoms one can, like we can say, okay, this is a pure devotee. But no, it's not true actually. All the three divisions can shift, or they are already in the spiritual world. But interesting, na? So this is something which Sattvic Bhav, the 8 symptoms which comes here, 8 symptoms. Now comes 33 types of the Vyabhachari Bhav, and this is a justification for this verse today, because the verse which we are talking about, so that verse is talking about that one emotion of embarrassment. When Usha, she woke up into her apartment and she started crying, now all the girlfriends, they start looking at her, and she felt shyness or some bashfulness or some bit shame. So shame or bashfulness or embarrassment, this is one type of 33 different categories of Vyabhachari Bhav actually. Now let's shift to our original example, where mother saw the child, she felt love, and she embraced the child. So this was the Vibhav, Anubhav and Sattvic Bhav. Now what is Vyabhachari Bhav in that example? Just suppose the child is moving towards fire, or maybe he is trying to catch one knife, or maybe he is about to get off the bed somewhere, get down. So what emotions will come at that time? Immediately there will be a peak of fear, peak of emotion. Immediately it will arise. Now what happened exactly in Krishna Leela, where come and amplifies, they increase the emotions up to that next level. And this is one of that emotion which is happening right now. These are the 33 types. Now there are categories in between them. If I will have time, I will explain. One thing I just came about the Sattvic Vikar. So here I want to trying to establish the position of Srimati Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu according to this concept. Now what happens, Sattvic Vikar, you understood like, okay, tears, hair standing on end, okay, stamba, or maybe change of the bodily color, fluttering of the voice. So now there are 3 categories by which we define actually who is. Second one is pervasiveness. Third one is intensity. Now duration means, my dear friends, like for how much time your hand was trembling. Like trembling is one of the emotions, or maybe tears is one of the emotions. For how much time we cry? We cry for 10 seconds. So this is like one parameter. And suppose there is a Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras and Madhuryaras. So the duration of the time will keep increasing. And the higher is the rasa, the more is the duration. Pervasiveness. Okay, the hand trembled, but only hand trembled, not the whole body. So that was only for the 10 seconds, but only one part of the body trembled, basic pervasiveness. The emotion came to you, but that didn't spread out you through whole body. That just went into the some section. So pervasiveness means, okay, some section of the body, and it depends on the number. And intensity now. So what was the intensity of that emotion? You were crying profusely, or it was just like one drop of tear? So what was the intensity of that emotion? Means how deep it was. So that is called intensity. Now, my dear devotees, so here Srila Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami establishes that the only person who can exhibit this Asht-Sattvic Vikar in full capacity, in full duration, in full pervasiveness, in full intensity, there is only one personality who can exhibit that, not any jiva. And that person is actually Srimati Radharani, who can exhibit that. And the same person who comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also exhibited the same. And this is known as Mahabhav. When all the symptoms, they have been exhibited in total details, full exhibition. And that's what we hear actually in Gambhira Leela. And now most of the devotees, they think that when they read this Gambhira Leela, maybe one day I will also experience the same. No, devotees, it's never going to happen actually. That is the extreme state which has been shown only by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This can be only exhibited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Radharani, not by any other. We may show this emotion in some less capacity, in some less pervasiveness, less duration, not at the same, and that defeats the actually real Mayavad or impersonalism. Like we are all individual and everyone will have some emotions up to that level. So this was about this Asht-Sattvic Vikar. And now comes the main section, Sthai Bhav. Sthai Bhav is like, Srila Prabhupada explains, is like an ocean. Like you have an ocean, and then there is a waves, there are tides, or there may be wind or something. And can you tell me what word Srila Prabhupada used in his books for that word? Fixed in devotional service. Prabhupada mentioned this word very oftenly, that when one will be fixed in devotional service. Actually, he is mentioning that Sthai Bhav actually. This is a Sanskrit translation for that. But when we read all these things, then you can decode Srila Prabhupada works very nicely. And Prabhupada mentioned it very oftenly. And the same thing what I explained, it has been in the Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, second chapter, when Sukadeva Goswami, they explain about the process of the devotional service from Shraddha to Prema. All these things has been explained in his purport actually. We just need to disintegrate and need to see with a very close eyes. So Sthai Bhava Srila Prabhupada mentioned, and similarly, the Anubhav is explained, Srila Prabhupada explained, causes of ecstasy. He used that word. And like if we have Anubhav, symptoms of ecstasy. So and this Sattvic Bhav, he explained continuous ecstasy actually. Sometimes continuous ecstasy or the symptoms directly. So he uses these words. This content is in the southern part of that ocean of nectar devotion. Now what exactly is Sthai Bhav? Here comes the real essence of us actually. Sthai Bhav means just like an ocean, sthai means fixed up. It is done. Every one of us, when we have this, any one of them, just for example, we take up the Sakhya Bhav here. Now this is not Sakhya Ras. Till that point we have not come up to the Rasa also. It's not Rasa, it's Bhav, it's emotion. Whole chapter of Rasa, what we generally call in very often language, that is the Western Ocean. In the Southern Ocean, Rupa Goswami he explained about establishment of what exactly is Rasa. So Rasa is a composition of all these factors, devotees. Vibhav, Anubhav, Sthai Bhav, Sattvic Bhav and Sthai Bhav. When they all mix together, that becomes Rasa. And that's just a simple definition of Rasa. And now, whatever is the rasa, suppose Sakhya Bhav was the Sthai Bhav, now according to the Sthai Bhav of Sakhya Ras, what will be the Anubhav of that person? What would be the Vibhav of that person? What would be the Asht Sattvic Bhav of that person, and what would be the Vyabhachari Bhav of that person? That deals totally with the Western bank actually. Now it's a whole complexity, and then these are the five rasas, and then there is a mixture of 7 rasas that will be explained in the Nadra notion, and that's how it becomes Bhakti Ras Amrit Sindhu. That is the ocean of all the emotions now here. Now, when we have any sthai bhav, that is like, it's a fixed up. Actually, it's a fixed up. And accordingly, the one living entity will try to practice bhakti process. He will overcome and will try to understand, okay, where he is there and what kind of emotions have been explained. The unique position of Srila Rupa Goswami is that he didn't experience alone bhakti. He explained bhakti. By analyzing this thing, you can now understand why we say Rupa Goswami is a rasacharya. Like he disintegrated everything. And it's not an exaggeration of our tradition, especially Rupa Goswami, that he has done work which none of the even other sampradaya has done. None of these sampradaya has done, including all respects to the other acharyas. But none of the person, even including Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he experienced bhakti, he showed bhakti, but none of them explained bhakti. This is the qualification, and that's why he is known as Rasacharya. He only explained what you will going to experience. Initially, before Rupa Goswami, there was only Prema Rasa, and it was continuing it. And even Sri Ramanujacharya, when he came, and he gave a basic definition of bhakti, like when these 2 demons, they came to kill Lord Ramchandra, and he threw them into the ocean, and they became very conscious of Lord Ramchandra. And everywhere they were seeing Lord Ramchandra. And Ramanujacharya say, this is the definition of bhakti. And Madhvacharya also came, he also explained the definition of bhakti very simply, like okay. And because it was working out that time, that's why they also didn't dwell. And similarly, Vishnu Swami and Nimbakacharya, they said very basic definition. It was only Rupa Goswami when he started Anya Bhilashita Sunya Jnana Karma Anavritam Anukulena Krishnanu Shilanam Bhaktiruttama. That when he rejected that Jnana and Karma, within the first statement only, Anya Bhilashita Sunya Jnana Karma Anavritam Anukulena Krishnanu Shilanam Bhaktiruttama. This definition was not even coined by any other acharyas actually. This is a special position. And not just this position, like he was experiencing, that's why he able to give it. No, experiencing and explanation of the bhakti, they are 2 different things. And that's the meaning of Chaitanya Manobhishtam. What did he understood? Not just one verse in the Rath Yatra, but he understood the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he wanted to spread the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to every town and village. And how we will spread it? We generally deliver the process, but we don't explain the process. So when you add this explanation into the process, then people will take it very seriously. And when the goal is clear, that will shift their sadhana, Vaidhi sadhana bhakti into the Raganuga sadhana bhakti. Because the goal is clear. Why we are chanting, we should know. Why we are singing, we should know. And once it is clear, then it shifts once from the Vaidhi to the Raganuga bhakti actually. And that's how the different traditions, they try to explain according to their time and place and circumstances, giving into this basic definition. But experiencing bhakti, just like one basic pastime when you hear like Srila Rupa Goswami at Radhakund, Sanatana Goswami came with Raghunath Das Goswami, and they say, like you have mentioned that the hair of the Srimati Radharani, the bread which we say, that it is like a snake. Sanatana Goswami felt like it's not proper. And Rupa Goswami humbly folded his hand. Like he said, yes, what else we should put then? You are right. What else we should put? Sanatana Goswami said that it's not coming in my mind. Just wait for some time. Let me go for bathing and then I will come up. And he go for bathing and he saw there are some children playing over there on some jhula, swinging over there. And he saw the children are playing, but they are not aware there is a snake on the top of the tree. And the snake is coming down gradually. And he is becoming fearful and start calling in the local Braj Bhasha, Lali, Saap hai. But they can't hear. And when he came out of the water and started running to that place, and he saw there was no one actually. And that gave him the click actually. The bread of Srimati Radharani was like a snake, and that was swinging. And it appeared to be a snake. And this was the revelation or realization or the meditation of Srila Rupa Goswami. The point which he is mentioning here, they didn't just explain it on a material philosophical explanation or by their intellectual ability, but what they explained is by their realization, by their sufurti, not smarana. There is a difference between smarana and sfurti. Smarana means you can remember. Sfurti means it has been established into your heart. Now when it is been established in your heart, you can write down, outpour your devotion into the books. And that's why these books, when they came out, they came from the transcendence actually. And this transcendence, when we read, that uplifts our consciousness up to that level. And the thing with us is like when we read, we realize that our consciousness has gone up, but as soon as we get disconnected, that it's come down to the same level. So that the point is we need to again and again touch. That is the meaning of living in Vrindavan Dham, the 5 potent forms of devotional service that gives the impression to the mind like you become fixed up here. When you chant the 5 potent forms of devotional service, Bhagavatam and all these things, they fixed up. They make your consciousness to the next level, and then it becomes fixed up. That's called the self-realization. Srila Prabhupada explains self-realization means Saurupa, which he explained in the Bhagavad-Gita introduction, but in a different terms. Then later on he write a book, Science of Self-Realization actually. So thank you very much. Hope you could relate to some of the Anubhav, Vibhav, Asattvik Bhav and Vibhachari and Sthai Bhav. And this is culmination of all these things. Just make rasa now. It is just rasa. Hare Krishna. So if you have any thoughts or any questions, we have 5 minutes.
Of Vaidhi Bhakti and Sadhana Bhakti leads to Radhatmika or Raganuga Bhakti and all the different stages of manifestation. So sometimes one could maybe overly intellectualize it, get too much caught up in, what stage am I at, am I actually feeling emotions, crying or this or that. I mean, it's all described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So how much energy should we put to really understanding this higher level of Krishna Prem? Or maybe if we're just focused on our Vaidhi Bhakti and doing our sadhana nicely, it'll all self-manifest? Is that right?
Okay, I got your question. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Okay, in the development of the consciousness of any living entity, there are some stages, definitely. And Acharya has explained, if some immaturely jumps to the next stage, he will not be able to make it. But at the same time, same Acharya has explained, that if you are practicing some level of bhakti and now you have become eligible for the next, then you will not be satisfied at that level. You need to reject that level somewhere. Like for example, simple example. You came first time in the temple. You are very happy. Yes, we are in Vrindavan, we are in ISKCON temple, we are having prasadam, and we have different emotions. And someone told you to chant also, and we start chanting, maybe 2 rounds. But after 2 weeks or 3 months, these 2 rounds will not satisfy you. If you are really looking for some substance actually. The thing is, like when we bring new people, we have a whole bunch. And that is the glory of Nityanand Prabhu, that he accepted everyone. Now what story starts after that actually? So if someone is coming, so if he's chanting 2 rounds, and if he say, I will keep chanting 2 rounds till the end of my life and I will make them perfect. And if he's really looking, he will not stop there. So it will come automatically. It's not, bhakti is a science. Srila Prabhupada explains all the time. It's a science. Science means There will be some theory and there will be some practical. And that practicality, what exactly how it happens, that the person who is going to practice Raganuga Bhakti, he himself will not be aware that he is practicing Raganuga actually. Other devotees or the guru will can see him that, okay, now he is doing that. But the person who is practicing himself, he will always consider himself that he is still a neophyte. That's the beauty actually. If someone says, like I was earlier, 10 years I did this university preaching in different parts of northern India. So I was training some students, youth, and they were staying with me. And one day, one boy said that, I am doing Raganuga Bhakti. Actually, the person who says that, actually he is not, he is a false actually. The person who is doing Raganuga Bhakti, he will not claim it. Who will claim it? His seniors can see. His guru can see, like, yes, he is absorbed now, where he is right now. Not the person. It's like, and it's a very natural. Prabhupada gave an example of a typewriter. Like initially you learn typewriting by putting one finger here, one finger there, one finger there. But gradually when you start learning it very perfectly, you can type without looking. Example can be of a laptop nowadays. That's called Raganuga Bhakti. Prabhupada gave this example in Act of Devotion. Initially it's a bit difficult. Okay, where is K, where is M, and so he finds difficulty. But when he start writing, he don't tell his friends, just see, I'm typing so fast, can you see? No, it's a natural. He's more focused on what he's writing, what he's doing with that skill now, what he has come up to that. So the misconception, you can say rightly, what are the misconceptions? People misjudge Raganuga Bhakti. It's not like tomorrow you will wake up and you will be, tomorrow you will start doing Raganuga. No, it's a gradual shades actually. And the person who is practicing it, he himself will not be aware of that. He will always consider. And the more he will grow, he will become humble and he will feel that I am a tuchha. I'm still fallen. I'm still neophyte. That's the beauty of bhakti. That's the beauty. In yoga, in jnana and in karma, one can see the result immediately. And that is the problem with when we shift to the bhakti actually, because many of us come from that processes of karma and jnana and yoga. And then we felt like, oh, I did austerity, I got mystic power, the same thing I should exhibit it. But in bhakti it doesn't work out like that. Bhakti is a totally path of mercy. This stage, you don't achieve that stage. The stage come to you. Prabhupada explained this in purport. That you don't achieve the nama bhas. The nama bhas come to you mercifully. But as a practitioner, you just keep chanting, repenting and following the process. So the process comes to you, not you go to the process.
Before, I can say pre-dawn, at the pre-dawn period, I had a dream about a snake while I was visiting in the temple. So at the conclusion part, what you explained, you said about that the snake and Radharani. So do you think it is connected?
Panchgoda Prabhu can answer this question. You answer this question. He is saying, give mic.
Interconnected.
Yes, just keep chanting, it'll all clear up.
Things are interconnected.
Yes, everything connected. Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much, devotees.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Gong bajalo gong. Hare Rama, gong gong. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.